Hello, this is Zig777 and welcome to episode 24 of Simple Magic 2. I want to start off by apologizing for not having a video to upload last week. Got kind of busy around the house as well as work and just, didn't have time. Next up, I fixed my to-do list. I added a couple more things here, and I want to just kind of start off by saying what all we're planning on doing today. Got tree farm, I want to build a giant tree, have a thing for mobs as well as villagers and ore generation and all that stuff. Most of the rest is kind of like mods I want to touch on, as well as ore processing and just general automation. I keep having to add new things to my auto crafting. Today's plan is the tree farm. So let's go ahead and get started. We have a couple different options of what we can do for a tree farm in this pack. I'm going to go with Botania as the way I'm going to do that. Let's start off by ordering, how many of these do I want? Need probably 8. So let's do 10. So I need 40 cobblestone. The plan we're going to do is what's kind of referred to as the laser wall method of tree farming. What that is, you have a bunch of mana spreaders with a bunch of bore lenses, and they basically just fire straight across into some mana pools, and it just kind of straight line, and you max out your tree at whatever the height is. I can never remember. I want to say 8 blocks, but maybe only 6. Basically, the lasers just kind of go through and chop all the trees down the middle. So we are going to need to get some things. For that, we need mana spreaders. Cobblestone is for the pistons for the bore lenses. I've got some mana pools, some diluted mana pools. I think I just want the diluted ones here, but I'll need a couple of these anyway. Lots of sparks, as well as a bunch of augments. I don't actually need these mana distributors. I kind of redesigned my plan from this. And then a bunch of living rock just to make things look pretty. So, also a Ran Carpus, and a Hopper Haka, and then probably a couple more things. Yeah. Alrighty, we are over here in our greenhouse, and I'm going to kind of be making this up as I go. The idea is I want a couple different tree farms, but I think I can fit maybe 3 in this side over here. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start off with, I've got my mana pools, I've got I don't actually need the piston, I need it for bore lenses, but these apparently don't stack, which is a little annoying. So let's go ahead and start off with our laser wall. We're going to start by, I think it's right here. 1, 2, let's turn on some flight here. And then 3, 4, 5, 6, missed. 6, 7, 8. Probably don't actually need it that high, but that's fine. Anyway, let's take out you, because I don't want you. So 8 high, I think that'll work. This actually won't work, because it's going to be really small trees. I think a tree goes out 3? Yeah, so let's move it over 1. There we go, cool. Anyway, down the middle here is where they're going to actually be planting, and I think I'm actually going to plant it right here. I'm going to maybe just do 5. I think 5 is a good number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's where our actual planting is going to go. And let's use, in this case, I think podzol. This won't turn to dirt when the tree grows on top of it, so that's going to be kind of ideal for that. Let's toss this back inside here. And let's see, what else do I need? I need mana pools. And I actually want to get more diluted mana pools. I think I want to do this whole thing out of diluted pools, just so I don't have too much waste in here. So here's 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And next up we link these. You go over here. I don't know if I actually need to do this, but I did notice with my living rock farm, what I actually ended up doing was, since it wasn't aimed at the pool, it ended up actually just kind of overshooting it, which is a little weird. I thought it'd just go directly to it, but I guess not. So let's go ahead and finish linking these. And there we go. We have a laser wall. Currently doing nothing because A, no mana, and B, no bore lenses. So let's go ahead and grab our lenses. Like I said, these guys don't stack, but I did craft up a couple of them at least. So place you, place you. Basically just going to do that all the way up. And let me go get a couple more mana pools here. I want to at least get that set up here. So this area here is going to be for chopping down oak. I'm going to have probably another one right here for probably circuitry, and I'll leave an empty space in case I want to figure out another one that I want to farm. But for now, oak is really the main thing I'm looking for. Alrighty, picked up a couple more diluted mana pools here. Next up, I would need to make a few of these augments here. These ones are dominant. I'm also going to be needing some recessive as well for the finished product here, but I don't have enough earth runes. So that's okay. Let's go ahead, grab the last one of these. I have more of these, I'll make them off camera. Next up, diluted mana pools stacking up here. Turn flight back on. Mana pool, mana pool, mana pool, mana pool, mana pool, mana pool. There we go, 8. Next up, we need some sparks. So this one here is going to be based off of, I'm going to have all of these with sparks on them. I think that's, should have a spark. Good. Now these all get the augments here. So let's keep flying. Place our augments in. There we go. One, there we go. I made 8 of you. You should all have one, but I made 8 of you. Well, I'll see whichever one doesn't fill up. And then these guys over here also get sparks. Spark, 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 spark. Cool. Missed one. You? Yeah. Okay, I think you have sparks. You have sparks there. We're going to place a normal mana pool probably in the middle here. I think that'll work. Because that should be able to reach all of those, and all of them all around. This middle, right? Yeah. And let's place a spark on you. I don't think I have a mana palette, whatever it's called, the little mana battery thingy, whatever it's called. Let's check this. Ah, I have an empty one. Well, that's not very useful. I'll go fill that. Let's see, I think at this point this thing's pretty much done. I just need to add mana, and then I need to put my actual Rancarpus in. So I grabbed a floating one of these. I think I'll just place you there. I think that works. Yeah. I'll figure out if I want to move him. The next thing we need is to actually be able to drop the saplings here. So let's go ahead. Where'd my wood go? There we go. Turn you into a couple of these pressure plates. Kind of the same thing we've been doing before. Place you down, place an open crate on top of you. And the way I'm going to do this is actually I'm going to be using the slimy redstone like I did before. So I think what I can do is I can feed the redstone line up into that to shut it off. Then I can also use, if I do, let's see, I think I just need, I think that would work. Yeah. And I can place my comparator here. Then the crystal cube here. Is that going to work? I think that'll work without interfering with the trees. Yeah, let me go grab a crystal cube. Let's see. If I put redstone here, here, and then go up the side, that should stop the hopper. And let's see. Cube here, and a comparator coming out of that. There. I actually ran out of bookcases, so I'll get one of those. And I think this build is pretty much done. I was doing a little bit of testing here, and so this is the setup I had before. I put it on this side with the corporeal crystal cube going into the comparator, going into there will be hopper there. Unfortunately, if I do it like that, when I plant a sapling here, it actually can't grow. Let's push that there. With the, what is this, the priestly emblem of Idun in whatever. It's basically the, what is it, Norse god? Sure, of nature. Basically, if I stand near things, it will start to basically bone meal it. If I shift right click, it'll also do bone meal, which is useful, but I don't want to like accidentally shift click here. So a couple things. One, if it's here and it was like that up there, then it won't actually grow. Ah, that's too slow. That's annoying. Next up, second thing, like you just saw there, is that if I, because that mod that is basically making it to automatically plant things, I'm going to have to replace pretty much all of this. Go away. I'm going to replace all of this with probably living rock or something. Maybe the green, some mixture of that. For probably like a couple, maybe like 2 blocks out should be good, maybe 3. That way it'll just kind of prevent it from automatically planting again. Only, we're planted. No, go away. Go away. Yeah, really the only planting that I want is going to be from the Ranuncarpus. I don't want anything planting out of the area because then the laser wall doesn't do anything. It's only 1 block wide. Let me chop this down. Okay, got rid of that. I forgot I had the Terra Truncator on me. Awesome. Put that back in there. Don't really need an apple. Problem with this pack is I don't have a way of sending things to storage. So everything just builds up here. I can take things from storage easily, but yeah, can't do that way. Anyway, so I'm gonna have to replace all of this with living rock all around here so that it doesn't automatically plant it. I could just disable that, but I kind of like having to work around mechanics like that. Next up is I did have one tree in my testing that with it being at this level, it did pop out a branch on this side. So I'm going to probably drop that by 1. I think that's kind of the plan there. And then next up, I'm going to have 3 of these. So I've already placed in most of the, I ran out of those. Already placed in most of these. And I think it should be pretty cool once it's all working. I'm going to have kind of a swirly effect. It's all going to be facing the same directions here. So it's going to be all just rotating lasers. So hopefully that looks pretty cool. In the meantime, let me lower that by 1 and gather a few more things. I think this works here. I may need to place, yeah, I don't have redstone on me. I don't know if this will work if I send a signal to it. Actually, let's find out. Place you like that. If I hit a button here, too slow. What? Craft a button. Come on. 7 buttons, that works. So if I put a button here, does that light up this? It does. Okay. So in theory, if this is outputting a signal, then that should shut off my hopper. Okay. And I still have that there. So if there's anything in this, let's go ahead and give it a test. Toss you in there. And my magnet picks up everything. Right. No inventory space. Magnet. Turn you off. Cool. So that does work. I don't... Right. Dropped you on it. Awesome. That is pretty much good then. That's going to shut off that once, so it's not going to be placing any more of these. So I'll have a little bit extra, like 5 trees worth, but that's fine. And a thing I'd wanted to test was if that Ranuncarpus would accidentally plant things over here, which it does not, which works out great. I can put another Ranuncarpus here to plant these trees, and then one over here for this line as well. And I think that way I don't need to worry about like using different types of grass for each different farm. Right, don't stand too close because it'll grow. Yeah, awesome, let's go get some mana. Alrighty, in theory here, if I drop my mana tablet in here, this is just a regular spark, so it will then go to the dominant sparks over there. Once they get mana, that should blast its way through those trees that are forming, and then it should gather into these guys, which will just be pulled immediately back into them. I think that should work. Let's give it a try. Seems to work quite nicely. Awesome. Next up, I need item collection. Right now, everything's going to be gathering here. And like I said, this is going to be starting to farm here. So let's break that. There's not really a way to shut this thing off, is there? Oh, hello. Broke that. That's a bug that I hadn't thought of in this. Okay. Easy enough. Let's see, what can I do to shut you off? I'm just going to keep blasting forever. Okay, that ran out of saplings. So break all these, break you. That should be good. Okay. Let's put this back on so I have room to pick that up. I need to figure out where to put this. Let me come back with an idea on that. I'm going to do a little bit of thinking and figure this one out. Okay, yeah, that was pretty easy. Just move it over here. Same thing, yeah. That should then shut that off. It's going to always be blasting. I think that's okay. I think that's fine. It hasn't broken anything over here, so it's working. These guys get a little bit of mana. These guys here should be full. That's going to just fill up. At some point, as it is, that's going to fill up. I need to put recessive sparks in here. That will then force it out of there and put it into this main center kind of storage one. Might put a couple in here. And I think this design should work. I need to get together a couple materials here, a hopper hawk, as well as probably a timer and some redstone supplies to flip it around. But I think this idea is going to work. Alright, next thing I need is a hopper hawk. Now, I could use the collector things like I've been doing, but the problem is that I need this to be able to respond to redstone. I don't want it to just constantly pick everything up, because if I do that, then, well, it's not going to really farm things. So, let's go ahead. I still need the redstone root, which I think I have. Redstone root. 0. Okay, is that how it's spelled? Yep, okay. Grass and redstone. Now, I have grass, it's right here. 3, 4, 5. I don't need 5, but like I just requested some. I didn't have any, so let's get some redstone. 5 of you. Cool. 5 grass, 5 redstone gets me redstone root, and I still need a seeds. 1 seeds, because that's what it's called. Now let's go ahead. I don't want to do this out when it's night. Let's look through the night real quick, because I still don't have actual armor. I haven't gotten around to making that yet, and so doing this outside is kind of not a good idea. So, and I haven't moved this inside yet. I do plan on automating this, by the way, the runic altar. I just haven't gotten around to it yet because it hasn't really been. That was the wrong direction. Go that way. Yeah. I'll have like a whole building, and it'll actually be quite a large setup. The automated runic altars tend to be pretty large. Oh, I don't actually need this right now. Yeah, I already have my rune. I do need runes. I need some water runes, I think it is, for recessive traits. But toss those in, toss those, toss the redstone root, one of you, rune of air, and a seed. Cool, hopper hawk. I do need to make more runes because I'm going to be using quite a few recessive and dominant sparks in here. Yeah, this is full already, which means that's going to shut off pretty soon. Anyway, we'll get around to that. Hopper hawk can go right here. I don't know that I have a Manaseer monocle anywhere. Do I have one in here? No. Let's just clear this whole thing. Monocle. Not a regular monocle, a Manaseer monocle. I need mana glass, mana steel, and gold. I don't think I have that just sitting on me, do I? No, I have alpha glass. Not too helpful. Oh, and a button, of course. Okay, let me go get that because I want to make sure that this can actually cover everything. I do want this to be linked to that. That way it has the full range. It has the biggest range it can, at least. And I need a chest next to you. So let's do that. Clear you. Just need one chest. Doesn't need to be anything particular. This is going to be sent pretty much straight back to my inventory. Chest. Cool. Should I put Corporea on you? I might put Corporea on him just to act as the kind of relay here, because all this is going to need Corporea as well. Actually, I don't even need the monocle. Toss you. Do you get picked up? You do. How about here? It's about as far as you can get. Oh, awesome. Don't need the monocle? It works. That should work well there. You still need some redstone for timing properly. For that I need a hourglass, which I don't have on me. Forgot to grab that. But let's go ahead and make a redstone torch, because I need to invert the hourglass. Basically my plan is I'm going to have... where do I want this? I think here, maybe? I'm basically just going to have a redstone torch that's going to be going to the hopper hawk, turning him off for most of the time, and then probably once a minute turn him on so it can collect everything. The reason for that is because otherwise they'll start grabbing these guys as they're dropping. That's not going to really be ideal. But I do want it to at least pick things up. And I still need to reach this range, so I don't want to just like make sure it can't reach that far. It just wouldn't work. That is going to end pretty soon because these are all full, aren't they? Except for you. You're always going to be empty because I did have one recessive. Anyway, let me get the hourglass and a whole bunch of runes. A recessive spark augment is what will send the mana away from those pools, so that needs runes of earth in pixie dust, but that's already automated. Rune of earth, I'm not going to automate this today. Like I said, it's going to be a rather big project for these guys. Mana steel, mana powder. So I need brown mushrooms, coal, and stone. I'm not sure how many brown mushrooms I have. 20. Okay, so it's. I don't like that they're both called mushroom. I should have put these in different areas. So we're gonna have to probably farm a couple of these guys. I wonder if I can just shift right click if I don't need bone meal in these. I might. I know bone meal will grow them, but place you. I need podzol or darkness, whatever. Anyway, let's place you here, and let's see if I can make you grow just with magic. I can. Awesome. Cool. I'm gonna chop down a bunch of these because I need. Honestly, I don't know how many I need. I need quite a few. Yeah, I'm gonna have to make a lot of these. Stack those should be good. Let's go ahead and toss these on here. I'm actually gonna only keep probably about 20, I think. 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 20 is going to be a good number. That'll make me 40 of the runes, which should be enough for a while. Let's see, what else do I need for this guy? Need blocks of coal and stone, which I already have, mana steel, and mana powder. So let's get 20 sugar and 20 blocks of coal. 20 block of coal. Yeah, it's probably going to be in there as block of coals or something like that. English. Let's see, what else do I need? 20 mana steel ingot. And was that it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, and then stone I already have always on me. And next up, I need 20 living rock brick. 20 living rock. Cool. Alrighty, let's go ahead and make a couple of these. I'm just gonna do this all off camera. It's kind of a annoying process. That was the wrong button. Kind of an annoyingly slow process at the moment. Once I get it automated, it'll of course be simple, but then won't be anything to watch. Anyway, yep, I'm gonna go make those. I have to say, the ability to right-click things, as well as to right-click with an empty hand to place it back in, is extremely useful for something like this. Because otherwise I can, well, this way I can just kind of click, 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 and so on and so forth. So, yep, still a bit of a long process until I get this automated, but hey, it's pretty easy once you get like a large stack of them. I find it's easiest just to do a bunch of them at a time. I just finally ran through the first bunch that I went through. I also realized while doing this that apparently the desktop audio is not being picked up by OBS. So now you guys can enjoy the sound effects as well. Yeah, this thing's really loud, and I just happened to notice that the little audio bar for the game was it wasn't moving around. So I think that fixed it. Let me know if it didn't. I think probably just the first half of this video should have been affected. It should be good from now on. Alrighty, we have 40 earth runes. So let's run inside here. My frame rate is apparently at 11. Apologize for that. Not sure why it's doing that. I don't have anything else running right now. Anyway, in here, let's request, I don't actually know how many of these I need. I've got 4 sections of 7, so it's 28. So let's do 28 mana steel ingot and 28 pixie, I can spell, pixie dust. Cool. Let's toss you here, here, and here. That's going to get me all of my recessives. I still need to do all the dominants, but I've got at least the set that I'm using. So let's go ahead, fly, there we go. And let's go check out our farm. I still need to set up the rest of the corporea, kind of like how I have for the cactus farm. I've got just a little walkway just below the ground here. I'm just going to put a trail of, I think droppers is the most effective thing for the corporea, but it should be good. So, you already have one, that's fine. Let's fly up. You get recessive, you didn't get that. There we go. Same with you, same with you, you, and you. So these should all be empty now, except for the one that I missed. There you go. Cool. So that's all working. So this individual cell here should be perfect. Should be pretty much, at this point, all I need to do is set up corporea and then the blood magic for transporting. And again, I need to finish the dome here for that. But I can at least figure out the height where it needs to be, put down the 2 little nodes so that the routing can be proper and set up. But with that is working. Let's go ahead and I'm just going to fill in the rest of these off camera. Okay, I think I have all the materials that I need left to finish this. Except I need to count out where this goes. Okay, so went down here, dug a little tunnel. Just goes over to my, it's kind of a little maintenance tunnel. This is branching off to the cactus farm there. Corporea goes on top. So I counted out every 8. That was the wrong button. There you go, one of you, and put a spark on top. Break you, place you, spark on top. Break you, place you, spark on top. Break you, place you. You get the idea. Anyway, last one. This one I don't think I actually would need, but I like to have a little bit more, I like to have it centered first off. That way if this can't reach to over there, which it probably can't, it'll be fine. So Corporeal Spark on top of you. I think that'll work. Anyway, Corporeal Spark here. Let's see if this reaches. Got way too much stuff. I need, let's place you. You can go up there. I don't have a thing to go on that yet. And let's throw some saplings here. It's not close enough. Okay, that's fine. I have extras anyway. So let's just start digging again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Place you back so I can actually dig. So that's 6 blocks. That should be good enough that I can reach the rest of the way then. So dropper, let's put you in the middle. Corporeal Spark on top. And let's put some lights because I don't want anything spawning. So let's see if that now tells me, perfect, I have lots of oak saplings, which isn't actually the thing I want in there anyway, but that's fine. did I bring a filter? I didn't bring a filter. That's fine. You get all the extra dirt. I can place my input next to you. Or top? Top works. That'll go up to a relay up on the ceiling there as well. Do I have anything else I don't want? You. Okay. Don't need you. Don't need any grass. Saplings. I do want still redstone. Oh yeah. So this is set up here. I've got the hovering hourglass. So first off, I would like to find out. I should have grabbed a sand for this test. I want to find out if this sitting here is enough to actually trigger this. Give me waiting a minute. Yeah, it's a minute long. So I'll be back. Longest minute ever. Okay, let's see if this turns off. It did not. Awesome, cool. Let's move you. Defeats the whole purpose. That was not what I wanted to do. Oh well. Lost a bunch of mana, but I have a bunch of mana anyway, so that's fine. Didn't want that to happen. Oh well. Mana pool, let's place you back where you were, which is here. Let's place your spark back. Okay, yeah. Lost a bunch of mana with that, that's okay. Anyway, what was I saying? You, let's move you back by 1. So with this, I can put a redstone into that. That should work, because it's going to emit the signal. I just didn't know if it'd be able to emit it directly to the block. So that goes there. This will, I think that should work. Let's grab a grass block. Fill in the hole. Okay. So that is all set up. We've got the collection. Collection goes here. It'll every minute or so it'll do that. It's fine. 5-minute timer. That won't be an issue. You need to be hooked up to the actual network to go back to the base. You need to be hooked up to the network, and you need a filter. And you need to not have oak saplings. You need... Let's grab another stack anyway. Oh, I actually do have a filter. Cool. Didn't see it. Okay, filter down. You go there, and we're going to put probably a stack or so. I would never need that many in here, but yeah. That works there, so I'm not going to fill you yet. Toss you in here. Don't need recessive. Nope, that can go back to base as well. And my 2 routing nodes. So let me figure out, I'm just going to kind of place this up to where it goes so it's at the right position at least, and then I'll fill in the actual roof when I'm done. Okie dokie. Place you, 2 more, you, and then 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This should be the center. Yes, it is. Awesome. and keep flight going. And I think with this, all I had done was place it, I think here and here. It'll be the proper stone, of course, but this will at least work, so I can get my positions. You go there and there. Awesome. Now, next up, I need to bind this node router. Cool. And keep flight going. You go to you. I have no idea which of these is which. You go to you. And let's go take a look. That crosses over. Okay, so this here is the going back to baseline. So this is going to base, which is this one down here, which crosses over. So this is going back to base. Awesome. So we can then hook you to this one. Link together, and everything's going back to base slowly because it's doing a million things. It's actually really slow. Why are you going so slow? You are bound, right? Yeah. Anyway, it'll work. It's just slow right now. It shouldn't be doing any processing right now. Anyway, that's all hooked up. That's good. Next up, you already have your item filter, so that's good. Now, as soon as I turn this on, it's going to do nothing, right? Throw you in. Doesn't drop. Yeah. Cool. So, doesn't do anything because this guy here is emitting the signal. Next up, I don't want oak saplings here. I need oak. So, let's grab an oak. I'm just going to steal from this tree. Cool. One is all that I need. I do still need to set up the little bookshelf thing here, but that's fine. I have a lot of wood. Yeah. I'm building this not because I currently need wood, but because I will later. I'm going to start building this tree, I think probably the next episode. We'll see on that. But so I need to have lots of wood stocked up because this isn't exactly going to be a very fast process at the moment. I might put in some dispensers with like bone meal here, or maybe just a bunch of egg carnations or something like that. Actually, do I have any more mana on me? I don't. I can't just toss that. Yeah, so that, except for this, yeah, still need the bookshelf. Other than that, this should be good. Cool. Send you back, send you back. I still need corporea. While I'm here, I might as well, like this didn't reach before, so let's keep digging over here. Thank you. Like symmetry. And turn you on. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Place a dropper and corporea. Cool. I think let me go grab a bookshelf and then I think I can call this done. Alright, the last thing before my oak farm is done. I think this doesn't really matter which direction I place it because either way it shouldn't be emitting a signal anywhere that I don't want. So I'm just going to place it here. It lets me kind of adjust it pretty nicely as well. So this is 1 stack, 2 stack, 4 stack, 8 stack, 16 stack, 32. Do I want 32? Let's try 16. Yeah, that's right. I'm over 32. Let's see if this works. You should. Why do you not have? Did I not bind you? I thought I bound you. Okay. Let's bind our saplings. Right click, there we go. And last thing, connect you. And turn off that stupid ring. Yeah, solar magnolias, that's a thing I'm going to have to put in here. So that's going to place those down. Kind of slowly, but that's okay. Let's go ahead. Let's help it out. Let's stand here just to see what it works. Let's grow everything. I think that should be working. They grow up, they get chopped down. After a little bit, then they should get picked up. Let's grow a couple more, because why not? I'm kind of curious as to how long this will last anyway. Really the only mana that's in here is what's stored in those, which isn't a whole lot. So that should be done soon. Don't know how long it disables that. Awesome, picked them all up. Go in here and get sent back to inventory. Awesome, we have a working oak farm. With that, I think we're going to call this an episode. I haven't really checked the time too much, but I think that should be getting pretty close here. But yeah, we have working tree farm. The oak's working there. This here, I just need to put in a couple more spreaders and the bore lenses. We can do that with circuitry. I'm going to leave this one empty for now, but I'm going to put spreaders in and all that. I'm also going to put spreaders here. So it's basically a giant whirling vortex of green lines. And yeah, that's how it's gonna work. I'm quite happy with this. It seems to be working pretty nicely. That should work. Yeah. I mean, it really only gives me not a whole lot of wood at a time, but it is just a consistent, constant thing in here. And like I said, I can put in some egg carnations as well. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the episode. Kind of a fun little thing. I haven't made a laser wall farm before. I've done a couple other Botania tree farms where it shot like straight up through the tree, but anyway, yeah. I'm quite happy with this design. Let me know what you think, and thank you for watching. Bye-bye.